Hello everybody and welcome back to Pichonnière Valley. We are in the next month then from the last episode, and I have sorted a few little bits out around the yard. Money's at 38,248. So you might remember we had quite a storage of things to sell. Well, I sold all them, got a boost of money, and I might have bought something. I'll tell you about that in just a second. I've also sorted out the grass field. So remember over here we've got grass. So these little fields over here, just next to where the cows are. Let me show you. So we had this one here, and then I bought this one pretty much straight up from it. Well, I've decided to sort of change my mind on that. So that one up there, I no longer own. I sold it, and I might have bought something else. I decided to buy these two fields here, because we look at them all the time. Normally they have a fence around like that, but I decided you can take the fence away, and with them other grass fields, the only problem is, if there's a slight gap between them where I don't own the land, it won't let me stitch them. It will come up and go, you don't own this land, and it will leave a bit which is not like grass. These two, while stitched perfectly, as you can see, I've gone through, I ploughed it all together, I went through, limed it, planted it, and obviously this was done in the last month's, basically the last episode we did. It was in the same month, so that's why it's just slightly growing now, because we've gone through until October. But yeah, I think that's going to be our new grass field. Them two together, up to that fence. Yeah, that'll be enough. Plus, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Having it all together here on the farm, nice and close. So I think what I'm going to do then is if we go onto here, I think, for now, because we have got so much grass in storage, I'm going to sell this one. And we'll get the 190,000 back. So we now sit at 228,000. And that's quite good. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go spend some money on pigs. Some little piglets. Get them started. And then if need be, we've got a bit of money to buy some food. But we have also got the factory just across there, the malt factory, which strangely has given us pig food as a bit of a byproduct. We could use that as well. So let's come over to the piggies and let's go and see. We have got a bit in here. I thought, you know what I mean? We'll just get it started. Look, we have got some food in here. What we got? It holds 112,000. We've got 13,500. That, yeah, I don't think it's going to be much, but straws in there. Let's go on to here and see. So let's go on to, we're going to go for these ones here. Can be sold for profit. Nearly eats everything. If we start at 0 months, that's going to be the cheapest. Yeah, that could be quite good. So we go for that, and then 30,000. We don't want to go for. Do we want to go for a whole lot? No, we need to leave some room so they can breed. So it says there, takes 4 months to get babies. 7 months before they can do the thing. Oh, 6 months. Sorry, it says there, 6 months they can reproduce. So let's go half then. Let's go down to 75. That's 15.5 grand. We'll buy them. Oh, yes. That sound. So now, we're going to get a bit of manure from here. We're going to get some slurry. Yeah, and obviously let them grow up. When they get to 6 months, which won't be too long because we're going through winter, so we're going to knock out quite a few months through winter. Then we can take some of these across to the abattoir. Oh, could be quite good. Oh, and a little change I did as well. I put some gates here, so we've got like a drive-through instead of having this one big gate on the side. Just kind of thought it would make sense to put these gates. These are the gates that come with this wall pack, so when you get the wall, these are the gates that come with it, you see. And yeah, just have them. So we can drive straight through, and obviously go straight through here. Makes it a bit easier. Makes it easy to get in there now, because we can come through this one. So when we're coming through to like pick up animals, we can go through here. Straight across, through here, and also come into back in there to get the tea, and straight through there. So, yeah, seems pretty good to me. So we've got pigs in, we've got rid of the grass field, and just got a sort of more manageable grass field now right on our farm. Now, you might have seen by the thumbnail as well, I've purchased a massive building. And if I can remember where I've put it, oh, yeah, I remember. Initially, I was hiding it around the back of here. I bought myself a tank. Not tank as in, you know, to blow up things, as in a tanker. Now, it'll hold water and stuff, but just around this corner, I'm actually going to, well, back up because it's over here. I might have done something and changed something. If you can see here, oh, look at that there. What's happened? Well, I got rid of everything and I put myself a shed in because sheds are quite crucial, and we were running out of space. These were all hiding out in the cow shed. I thought, you know what? I don't really need pallets. Now we've got the mod sorted properly that keeps the pallets stored within themselves. I don't really need a pallet storage. We just sort of selling them whenever we need money. So yeah, I just tidied this area up a bit here and thought I'm going to put all these in here. So I think that looks quite nice. It's very in keeping with everything. I did see a comment come in. Bearing in mind I am still quite ahead of what you guys are watching, so by the time you've watched this one, quite a few episodes would have passed. But I have just seen a comment come through on a video that went public. It was the one, I think it was episode either 4 or 5 from Wild Gooseman about... it was a little sad to see that the garage go, and I replaced the garage with the like production for the food for the TMR. But yeah, I understand that you try and make a few little changes to sort of adapt. You do it in real life. I understand this is a real farm as well, but it is nice just to sort of, you know, tweak things around to how you need. Now this thing's in here because obviously that's for the poop. We've got a bit of poop on the floor. I don't think too much. No, not too bad. But what we are going to do though is we have got to do some cultivating, so we're going to do some of that in this episode with the new cultivator there. It's quite a big size, so it shouldn't be too bad. Where am I going? You know what? I'm multitasking. I'm struggling today. We need to come over here because these cows have given us some milk. So we need to back up to here and we need to see if we can get the milk. Oh, look at this. The first time getting our own milk from our own dairy cows. Now, in the thumbnail, the big building, I'm sure you can work out if I'm picking up milk what it must be. That is the dairy that I've bought. And with this milk, we're going to make some butter and something else. I'm not sure. I'll show you. Let's go head over there and we'll deposit our milk and start the process working while we do some cultivating. Well, here she is then on the left. This thing is massive. So we've got to come in here. We're going to go around this way here, and then we've got a weighbridge where you'd obviously book in, and yeah, I don't know if this is this one actually working? Let's just see. Oh, it's 17.4. That's just under 17.5 ton there. Not bad. Now, it's interesting because it seems like we've got to go around this way. Surely not. I think we must come out that way. So I think we go up this way, round here. Oh, you'd never get a big Arctic in here, would you? Through here. And I believe this is the point to send the milk in here. I'm hoping it's not going to sell it. This is going to be where we can actually send the milk in, I'm assuming. Let's just see. Yep. Milk's going in. Milk's going somewhere. Right, okay. Let's go and have a look on the production and activate. So we're going to do this one here. We're going to do butter. But we've got... it's this type of butter. It's different. It's a little bit more money than these normal, like, in-game regular ones. This is custom to this map, which is why I wanted to do this one. So, milk, yeah, we can hold, it can hold 2 million litres in here. So I think we're going to be okay for a while. So it's going to make butter there. And then we've got this down here. We've got the cow's milk here. So it's different from these ones. Goat milk, cheese, you know, bottled milk. It's, yeah, different for this in-game one as well. So we're going to just store them and then we'll see what happens. But it's a massive unit. It cost me 300,000. And actually, I'm going to just turn this off. Can we do anything with this building? Like, it's massive. Can we actually go in? My word, that's loud. Can we actually go in and see anything or not? We can get in there for the menu, but can we actually... No, can't get in the doors here. Can we get in here? Oh, we can. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so it has actually... What it looks like is it's got a custom pallet storage area in here. Look, storage on or off. Yeah. Oh, it'll hold 500 pallets in here, so you can use it as a... That's why it's so big. You can use it as a warehouse as well. So, I believe then... Yeah, it's a pallet warehouse. So, I'm guessing... Do the pallets come out? Is this the trigger there? Can you tell that? Yeah, storage is empty. So, that's the trigger to get them out. I believe then they'll all come and line up here. This is where you go and bring in pallets. So, if we've got pallets that I want to use... I could technically... This seems quite fitting. I got rid of that other pallet storage back at the yard. But we could technically, we have got one, or we've gained one here. Holds the same amount, 500. All line up here. And you can technically, I'm guessing, open these to back a truck on. You can. That's mad. And you can technically come in here. So I could drive in here with like a pallet autoload trailer. You know what, we might just give it a go for some giggles here, mightn't we? I don't know if it's going to work or not. What is this? Are they for show or they can't be my pallets already? No, what? It's the first time I've seen this, by the way, so because you can't get in here until you buy it. No, they've got to be for show, surely. They're not my pallets, are they? Where, actually saying that, where do my pallets, no, because my pallets are being stored. Where do the pallets actually come from? Yeah, we can't do anything with them, so yeah, they've got to be decorative. That would be quite cool, though, if they did actually come down there. Alright. Well, what I'm going to do is, we'll sort of give this a little test and see then. Do you think the pallets actually come in here automatically from, like, is my milk and butter not going to come in here? We'll have to see in a little bit then, won't we? Because I have no idea. Well, that is pretty cool, that is. Can we get into any of these or not? They look like they're just decorative there. They don't look like they're functional. But you could bring down the pallet trailer and, like, drive them straight in the back. Using, like, a forklift truck or something like that. But I think I'll be able to get my tractor in there with the flatbed on. God, that's loud when you pass that. Okay, that's pretty cool then. Can we get in anywhere down here? This is turning into a bit of a mission. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm intrigued now. Is there any sections round here? I'm guessing the pallets must turn up in there somewhere. Do you think? I don't see any spawn points around here. Only the box that we dropped off in. Hey, it's massive. This place is. Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be in. They've got to automatically be in there, haven't they? Surely, are they just going to appear on the racking? Because there's no other spawn points. They must do. All right. Well, I think we'll leave that now. Let it do its business for a little bit, and yeah, we'll head out. Have we now gone light it? No. How have we got in at the same weight and out the same weight? It must just give one fixed weight then. Anyway, let's get back to the farm. So we're hooked up to the cultivator then, and it's quite a big thing when you look behind. Oh, look at that. Jeez. I'm not sure if this is going to fit around these kind of little areas much. It could be a bit tricky. We'll see. We'll suddenly stop dead. We know we've hit something. So this one we can do. This is our oat field. Let's just kind of have a quick run and check on the canola. Is the canola looking okay? It should be okay. I did weed it off camera. So, jump. Yep, no weed. 2 and 9, growing. Yeah, that's all good. So that will go to making some more pig food, custom pig food. We will actually keep... Actually, speaking of pigs... Okay, so this is quite good at the minute. Now we've actually got some pigs in here. It's going to give me a tally of what's going on. So at the minute, we've got 13,313 litres of pig food in there. And every time we sleep is like a day in game, so that's a month. They're only going to take 750 litres. Now, bear in mind, they are virtually like 0 months. They are little babies, little piggies. They're not going to take much. But then when we sleep, they'll grow up a bit. They'll start eating more, and it will keep going on. But at the minute, 79,125 per year. So we should be okay for a while. And that's quite good, actually. So we'll see how they go when we go sleep. So we're going to try and get some cultivating done. But I might need to sort of finish off the cultivating. Right, sort of finish it off camera. I just thought I would show you some of it. Oh, this thing's beautiful. Look at that. Love the hydraulic noise there. Them rams letting it down. Right. Let's just see if we can go in here. We have got an issue, actually, with these fields here. So even though we did this one here now, because I haven't bought it yet, Julian has gone and put winter wheat in. So we're going to need to wait for that to, well, when can we actually harvest winter wheat? That's a good point, actually. Winter wheat. When can we harvest it? Winter wheat. Oh, it's this time next year. All right. Well, what I might do, I might buy it off him. How much was it going for, actually? I never actually did. Did we actually look at that? 100,000. Only problem is, I mean, if it was normal wheat, okay, but winter wheat, we can't do much with. None of the productions use it. We don't need much for the chickens because we've already got some winter wheat. I just think maybe it'd be a good idea just to literally rip it up. I know it seems a bit of a waste, but I didn't get it in time before something was put in. So let's go and buy that now. And then, yeah, we'll literally be able to then rip all this up, plow it all together, make one big field. I think that'd be quite good. Can't see anything. Let's just go through a little bit here. Right, let's see if we can get this activated on here. And we'll come over this way a little bit. Move over because we're getting a bit far away there, and this should give us a nice clean cultivated texture. Still can't see. Drop it down, lock onto the line, and away we go. Yes, look at that. There we go. So we are getting a nice cultivated line. You can see on here growth. Let's just change that. Weeds, ploughing, rolling, mulching. Which one is it now? Yeah, let's do it on the growth one. There we go. So this thing's takes quite a few horses to pull these things, but it's only a shallow cultivator. That's why it's not digging it up too much like it's been ploughed. It's only shallow. Yeah, but this is quite nice actually. So yeah, we'll go through, get some of this done. I'm back on 5 times for the speed of the day. Try and like progress through because winter time there isn't much to do. Got 108,000 in the bank, so that's not too bad. We'll keep hold of that. Again, we are still paying out 40,000 a month, which sounds horrendous when you think of that. Compare it to your own real life bills and you think 40,000 a month. My word. Ooh, it's just missed a bit on the edge there. Let me go back and give that another little tickle there, just to make sure that we do get a nice clean go here. There we go. Lovely. Right. Carry on round. So this is going to take a little bit of time, but I will go round, get some of this done. Oh yeah, I forgot it does that. Let's go right there. That really annoying point there. Yeah, let's go round, get this done, and we'll see how many fields we can knock out, shall we? Well, the cultivation's going pretty well on here. Look at that. Just got this little section here to do. It's looking quite nice. Can you tell where I pick it up and turn on the corners here? Look at that. Lift it up, turn around, it leaves tyre marks. And then drop it back down and lock it back on. So I'm going to get this one finished. I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go tackle the fields just behind us. We're going to see if we can do a bit of stitching so I can show you what that looks like. Let's try and go up here for a bit of a change, shall we? So yeah, I think I'm going to see if I can try and organise that one, and I'll be able to show you the whole process of stitching them together, what we do, the ploughing, and yeah, just go through all that. Because the cultivating, really, this is all it is. So I could do some of this off camera. Just getting the fields all nicely prepped, ready. Now this is now got obviously the seedbed ready to go for when it's time to seed, and whenever I decide. Well, it's going to be next year, but I'm not sure yet what we're going to put back in here. We do want to focus on obviously pig food. So do I put some corn in here? We could put some wheat in. Canola's over there. We've got that. We're going to have this big field here. I've got to put potatoes in somewhere. So yeah, we'll have to just sort of figure out what's going to be the best way to go with this. Are we going to need to well, I might need to cultivate that after ploughing. So I'm going to leave this here for now, actually. I mean, I technically don't need to. Do we just plough? We'll see. Maybe I could just cultivate as well. The ploughing we're going to need to do for stitching it together. So let me go get the plough, and then we'll have a go doing these all these fields together, shall we? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go and plough like round the edge, just to get an idea of like the edge of the field. So if we drop this down here, I know we're ripping this up. We have sort of said, and I know it's not. It's a bit of a waste, you know, but it would be nice. Winter wheat is not really any good to us. Yes, we could just do it, but I've got to wait a whole year then just to rip it up, well, harvest it, and then obviously plant it again with something else that's actually useful to us. So I just think, you know what, just cut our losses now. So if we go around the edge, it won't do anything like here. I can drop it down, you see, the plow won't do anything because it's set to what's called like limited to fields. So this is where we need to now concentrate here, so we can go right here, and then obviously, like I said, look, it won't do anything. So that's not a field technically there in the middle. What we have to do is we have to push a button that then makes it now create a new field. So if I now go straight ahead, you'll see it's now created a new field. So we carry on through here a little bit. Actually, I'm going to try and go around here and see if we can get some of the edge, because this has always been a bit of a bugbear of mine, where the GPS doesn't go right round to the edge. So this is sort of a good time to do this now, actually, but we've got to be a bit careful because it is set to creating new fields. So you do have to, like, this is why sometimes I do a lot of this off camera, because you really need to make sure because if I just drive straight back now, it will just take a massive chunk of the field out. So we do sort of need to be a little bit careful and see if it's going to go round corners and stuff like that, you see. So we go around here, see this corner here, it's going to take that off because that's where the GPS goes. But it technically wasn't part of the field. So again, around here, you see how, I think it was one of the other fields that said that the GPS seems to be overhanging. Well, this is obviously now, it's going to, can you see how it's taken a slight little slither of grass off on the edge? That's now obviously going to technically create a new line to this GPS line. But again, we've got to be careful because it will rip up everything. This literally should be called the Destroyer, because it can just destroy everything. So what we'll do is we're just going to go, sorry if I'm just going to make you feel a bit funny, I'm just so I can try and get on here now. Drop down, it's going to change that path a little bit, or lock on so it keeps it straight. There we go. Now we can come back down to a better angle. And again, we've got to go around here now because we're going to stitch these together. So I should be able to just carry straight on, hopefully, about there. Now I'm kind of hoping if we carry on and lock onto that line now, we should be able to just merge them together. There we go. Now see, I don't need to plough all the fields, I just need to plough the bits that we actually need to, well, do something with, like stitching them together, making the new field, which is why I'm going around the edge at the minute. So we'll go this way, and we'll see if we can try and get a little bit in here. Again, got to be careful, I don't really want to go too much over here. And this is where we've got to be really careful now, because this will do some damage here. Neat that corner up there. Okay, now try and... oh, I'm going to pick it up first, actually. Just go around here onto the line. Make sure we get on the line properly. There we go. And then drop down. Okay, not too bad. Let's see, can we get it to go around the edge here? Lock onto that line. There we go. Follow it round now. Grass is overhanging the GPS line, so this is going to put in a new line for me. As you can see, it's now going along that blue line, which is where it should do. And then we can go across here, which again kinks in a little bit here, so we need to make sure we lock onto that line, and then it will create a new edge. Now this is going to be a fun one, so we need to technically, do we take out that tree there? Yeah, I might just take out a few trees here. Hang on a second. Let's go take out this one here, and let's get out that one there, shall we? Okay, is this one in here? Yeah, that's one in there. Let's get that one out as well. There we go. So now we should be able to come through and cut that corner nicely. Okay, let's keep on with the ploughing. Let's get back in here. Yeah, so this will go along here now. It will recognize it, the GPS will reconfigure once we get it, like, once we actually make a field. Once it recognizes it as one field, it will reconfigure. We just need, the edges are the trickiest bit to do, really, because you've got to try and match it up without messing it up. So we go through here now, and then we'll try and lock onto that line, and that should give it as a nice, neat edge there, along the edge here a bit. There we go. And then we need to go and stitch this straight across to there. A bit rough there, I think. That might be because the tractor's going... let's go and turn around. Yeah, it's a little bit rough there. So if we come into here, and then we'll go on to this soften and zoom right in a bit. I'll zoom right down here. And then we'll see if we can try and soften this little area. While I've got the plough, it might help a little bit. Let's just go over here, soften this. Make sure that's all going to be more manageable for combine and stuff. There we go. Right, now we should be able to do that again. We shouldn't have any issues. Okay, lock onto the line, drop down. Can't see. Yeah, there we go. That's going to get nice and neat. I've just noticed that it's not seemed to have gone these bits here. Unless it might have reconfigured its line. So we'll keep backing up because this thing works backwards and forwards. Yeah, it has. Look, it's already reconfigured its line. So it's picked a new line now. There we go. That was nice and neat. Let's just try and get that little bit off the edge there. Alright. I'm liking it. So at the minute we've got this funny little like bit here, but it's because it again, this isn't not meant to be here. So I believe that's the edge done. Yes, if you can have a look on there, can you see now? We've got all this, we own all this, so there's the new line around, look at that. So now we just need to do obviously the little bits like along here, and obviously technically fill all these in, plow it all in so it'll look like one. And then once we've done that, we should be able to then hit it. Do we need to go through? Yeah, because they need plowing, you can see. So I might just go plow the whole lot. So let me go and do these bits in the middle. Now you've seen what we have to do. So these bits in the middle, there's nothing challenging there. We just have to go over them. So let me get them done and I'll come back to you in just a second. It's quite handy when you've got the plow as well. I'm just working my way through this field. You can see, look how nice that looks now. It's all one big field. Still got all this to go. But I've just tried to sort this little bit out here. There was quite a dip down here, you might remember. It sort of dipped down and I just thought it doesn't work well for the combine because the headers don't bend that much. So I just wanted to see if I could try and fix it. Now you're probably thinking, what the heck's happened to the field? Whenever you do any form of like leveling, like the ground texture, or if you go onto here, say for example, and you do this one here, yeah, the leveling, it does have an effect on the floor, you see. So it tries to change the ground level. So you just have to try and like play about with it a little bit. So I had to go and lift this up a bit to try and get, it's still got a bit of a dip, but then it will have, I just want it not too abrupt, and I think this is going to be a lot better now once we go through. So if I go onto here, drop that down, I need to put it onto the allow create fields, lock onto this, and we should be able to go and plow this up and then get it nice and neat looking again. It's always nice to see when you've got a plow, because only a plow can redo the field like this. So if you're going to do any work like this, make sure you don't try and do this when you've got crops in, because it will just wipe out. As you can see this in the middle here where I've done, it will just wipe out anything and like almost reset the field back to a 0 state. You can see that if you look on the map here, once it's auto saves. So if you look on here, you can see, because I've gone through this here, like there's the plow state, but if you look in there, that bit there, that's where I did the groundwork, and it's like it doesn't recognize it anymore as a field. So just bear that in mind. Just like this little section here as well, I'm sort of deciding, I'm not sure if that having that little section there is really, you know, because the GPS is a bit funky, so I'm not really sure if that's actually going to be any good or not. What I might do is I might just go onto this one here and actually wipe it out. So if you go sort of across from here and then come across at a bit of an angle, yes, I'm losing a bit of field, but I just think that will be a better option there. So now the GPS will reconfigure. So if I go not on there, go with that one again, it will now reconfigure that, because it will see that as a field, it will see it as not part of the field. Ooh, maybe not, it hasn't done it yet. Maybe it takes a little while to settle in. But yeah, you can sort of manipulate it like that. So I will see if I can get it to settle in. And just on the last strip here, look at this. This is looking so much better now. Oh, it looks great. We'll get up to the end of here and then we'll have a look around the whole field. Yeah, them little weird shaped fields now are just one big field now, what looks so much better. So let's go and have a look, shall we? Well, look at that. So yeah, that looks so much better. Might even look at, maybe we could even cut that off there, because that's just going to be a bit awkward. I don't know, actually. We'll see, actually. That'll be okay. That's just going to be so much better. So whatever I want to do with that then, at the minute, I don't know. Really, that's pretty much all we need to do to that. Cultivating it would make it smooth, but also planting it would, and we'd have to roll it anyway. So yeah, I think we'll be okay. It's enough horsepower in the tractor to go over the all the little bumps. That'll just look so much better. I mean, look, you really could go to town and start stitching them together, but then it's like, where'd you stop? So, no, I think that one's okay. I think you'll agree that that was quite nice to actually... Them fields on their own, as you saw in the last episode, green beans and peas and that, you don't really get much from them because it's such a small little field. But this now, yeah, that's so much better. So I think we'll take the plough back. We can also take the cultivator back as well. Give them all a bit of a wash. But I think that's it. That's pretty good. So, I think what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to keep doing too much of this, I think I will go and cultivate and get all the fields ready, like, off camera. Because I can do that over winter. And then we can try and push on. Because I really want to try and push on and get a bit more where we can actually start putting things back in the ground. So I think we'll sort that out. But yeah, I think for now we'll probably wrap this one up here. Let's go give this a quick wash off. Won't be needing this again for a little while. Cultivate it for the rest of them. But yeah, it would be nice to get through winter. But also see how the factory's doing for the dairy's doing for the milk. We got any pallets in there yet? We have gone through. I was slowing time down a little bit. Oh, wrong one. Slowing time down a little bit because I didn't want to go through too quick. We're 2:30, so I think things should have happened. There we go. Drop that off. I can't believe how much fuel we're getting through now. If you're kind of wondering why the fuel seems a bit unrealistic, like it dropping so quick, because this is a harder series, I did go and set the fuel usage on high and the AdBlue usage on high as well. So that's why we'll be getting through a lot more than normal. Just to add to things a little bit. Okay. So I'll get the cultivator. We'll go. Well, actually, you know what? I don't need to wash it off, do I? Because I need to carry on with that. So yeah, I think for now we'll probably wrap this one up here. Let's just go and have a quick look. I'll hook this up to this. Leave it here for now, and then I'll finish off doing the fields off camera. Because it's not really anything like massively exciting, is there? We're not putting new crops in the ground. We're just kind of going back and forth. So we'll leave that there for now. Let's go and have a look at the dairy, shall we? Okay, let's go and have a look then. So we're over at the dairy then. I have gone and just set the pallets to spawn. So we should see... Well, they're not in here. So are they going to be in here? I'm assuming this is kind of like makes sense where they're going to be. Ah. That's where they are. Okay, that's pretty cool. So these are my pallets then. I like that. Okay, so let's just have interest then. Let's go grab one of these. Sorry for using the hands, but I didn't bring a tractor. If we go put that in there, is that going to go up on the racking? Where the heck's that gone? Have I lost that? It says one pallet in there. Ah! Oh, it does, look! Oh, that's awesome. And then I'm guessing if we go on to there, we can get it out. And it ends up over there. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, you know what? I definitely think we're going to be using this as a bit of a warehouse then. Because if it's already built in like this, we might as well, haven't we? It just seems strange that there's only like 500 pallet spaces when you think, look at the racking. Well, I suppose actually when you think about it, yes, that is probably about right when you look at that. Alright, well that's pretty cool, that is. So, I wonder if we can accept anything else here, do you think? I'm guessing it will just take anything. Yeah, this would be quite nice. We definitely get in here as well with the little trailer. Should we try it? So I think I'm going to load up some of these malt pallets onto the trailer, because if you look here, this is a very quick production by the looks of it, because the sparkling malt light, saying that, we have actually, it's been a month, so fair play. It's nearly hit maximum, so we're at 45,000 litres. Yeah, that's a lot. So let's just go and put that to spawn. It is a bit loud, and we'll get these on board, and more just going to keep coming out. So I'll fill the trailer, and then I'll see you over at the the dairy and the distribution like little warehouse, and we'll yeah, see if these will go in the racking. So a little bit of manoeuvring. It does look quite snug actually when you get the tractor here, and I'm not sure. Oh man, yeah, this is tight. I'm not sure if this is actually really meant to do this, but we are technically in here. I think a better way might be to see if we can get a ramp that would go up the loading doors. I mean, you are meant to bring in a proper like truck and trailer. Don't think we'd actually fit through them loading doors. Okay, well, we're in the little trig area here, so if we go back on here and let go. Yeah. So it did go in. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, it's quite good for keeping sort of storing things, and I you know, I might do that, especially the stuff that's coming from here. And obviously these, because it seems like it's turning them around pretty quick, so we're going to need somewhere to put them. But we are going to be selling them. They're not going to be hanging around here for very long. Ooh, what's this? We've got some lights. Turn on shed lights. Oh, yes. Now you're talking. Yep. I like that. That's pretty cool, that is. Well, I think this is a good place to leave this one here. Got a few little bits done, but yeah, I wanted to show you putting them fields together, which is what we've done. That looks pretty good. I'm going to stack some more things in here, maybe. You know, I'll think about it, because it's one of them. It sounds good, but then is it actually practical or not? Because a lot of this stuff is going to be getting turned around pretty quick. Maybe these things what are actually in here. Oh, hello. Oh, they've glitched through themselves. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, we'll see how things go. So, for now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you back here in the next one.